Hey YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video is going to be kind of a tag video. I was tagged. The original video idea was once again generated by Melissa Adams Wade, and then I was tagged by the lovely Julie with Agent Bag Reviews. I'm going to link both of their videos as well as both of their channels down in my description box below. Make sure after you watch this video that you go check out their videos because they are fantastic. So the idea was basically downsizing your handbag collection to 7, but with a twist, because the way that Melissa structured this video was that she picked 1 if she could only have 1, she picked 3 if she could only have 3, she picked 5 if she could only have 5, and then she picked 7 if she could only have 7. So when I started out thinking about doing this video after Julie tagged me, I thought, okay, can I do this? My initial thought was no. I'm gonna just pick 7 bags. I'm not gonna do the whole 1, 3, 5, 7 game. I'm just gonna pick 7 because there's no way I could narrow it down to 1 and then 3 and then 5. Like, I just thought that would get way too complicated. But as I started putting this collection of 7 bags together, it sort of started to make sense to me as to why I would add certain ones to the grouping if I were allowed just that couple more bags in addition to the 1 or ones that I had already selected. Another thing that just struck me before I sat down to do this video is I would be going from a collection of 70 handbags to 7 if I did, in fact, execute this plan that I'm about to share with you. So from 70 to 7, wouldn't that be crazy? I am going to only include luxury handbags in this video. I do have 55 luxury handbags, and then I have 15 contemporary handbags, which make up my total of 70. That is not counting a Longchamp Les Pliages backpack. That is not counting my tote bags because I don't use tote bags as handbags. And so for the purposes of this video, I didn't want a tote bag to take up one of the 7 spots. If I need a tote bag, I pull out a tote bag, but 99.9% of the time, those tote bags are used only for travel, and same goes for the backpack. When I say tote bag, I'm not talking about a handbag size tote bag. So the Marc Jacobs, the tote bags could be included in this technically if I were doing a luxury and contemporary top 7. But I decided if I were only going to be limited to 7 bags, that I would just pick all luxury to get the most bang for my buck, if that makes sense. So let's start out with 1. If I could only have 1, which one would it be? If you watched my most recent video, which was a video about my 5 most expensive handbags, you might be able to guess which one handbag I would choose if I could only have 1. But that video is not going to be any help after this one because none of those bags are featured in this video except for this one. So if I could only pick 1 handbag out of my entire collection to have, we're not saying this is for the rest of our life, but let's just say if I could only have 1 for the rest of my life, what would I pick? I would pick the Dior Caro in the medium size, in the gray stone color, in the calf skin with the gold hardware. Now, I like my rust colored Caro every bit as much as this, but if I could only have 1, I would pick, ooh, I about dropped the sucker. That would not be good. If I could only have 1, I would pick the gray, and the reason is versatility. The gray would essentially go with everything. Gray goes with everything, I think. It's almost like a taupe, but even more versatile than a taupe or a dune or a sand color. And plus, maybe just slightly less likely to get color transfer than the beigey tone family. So I would pick this one because I also think that it would go with either silver or gold jewelry, and I like wearing all three metal tones, silver, gold, and rose gold. And I know there's also like a black metal that's used a lot of times on handbags. I tend to steer clear of it. And also there's a little bit of that blackened jewelry, like point in case my David Yurman ring is blackened on the sides. But as you can see, a silver ring, I think with a gray bag, it goes. And so it's almost like mixed metal, but the mix is with the calf skin as opposed to an actual metal. So this would be the one if I could only have one. But it's going to start to get interesting from this point forward, because it's not going to be like I'm picking one of my priciest bags to get the most bang for my buck. From this point forward, it's going to, the choices that I will make from now on are going to be a lot more about function, about color, about materials, and about practicality. So stay tuned. So bags 2 and 3 are both Louis Vuitton monogram bags. And I selected the Boulogne bag, or the Bologna bag, as I like to affectionately call her, which is this one. And I also selected the Monogram Speedy 20, which is the newest bag in my collection as of this moment. By the way, when I gave you that number of 55 luxury handbags, that is counting the one that I have on the way from Rebag. I'm hoping it's on the way anyway. Lots of ways there. But anyway, what is this? I'm getting into all the ways, and we need to just move forward. But the Rebag bag, they received my trades today. Both boxes arrived. They haven't accepted them into their system yet, and so I'm eagerly anticipating that to happen tomorrow. But let me cover one of these two bags at a time to explain why they are both in the top 3 being monogram bags, because you would think I would pick another leather bag. I mean, you get more bang for your buck. Leather costs more, you know, all this and all that. But now we're going to get into a bit of practicality. So the monogram bag that I just added is in a navy color. And then the denim portion, which is covered in some sort of a plasticky material, it's very neutral. So this will go with pretty much anything but black, but you could also make it go with black as well if you were going to wear like a black shirt with blue jeans. I guess I should say it goes with pretty much any denim that exists that has blue in it, and any clothing that you might put with that blue. It also goes extremely well with both the University of Kansas sports team as well as with my boys' sports team. And gosh, I mean, it just goes with everything. It is an extremely neutral bag. And I found out that I can put a can of Diet Dr. Pepper inside of this bag, which makes it awesome to take to ball games for my kids. I can carry in a bottle with me and then have a refill if the particular venue that I'm at doesn't sell my beverage of choice. It also just has plenty oodles of extra space. I know it's a black hole, but I've got everything I want to carry in there. Absolutely everything. And I can still fit a can of soda. I could fit a granola bar, some cookies. I might not be able to fit a can of soda and a bag of chips if they were inflated, but by golly, if they were deflated, I could fit them in there. So for a tiny little bag, it holds a lot. Not only that, but the strap is detachable, so you've got flexibility. If you want to dress it up, you could put a chain with it. You could also put a bandolier strap with it if you had one that was trimmed in navy or had navy in it or was predominantly navy. I don't know if I would put another pattern with it per se. You could do maybe stripes with navy. There are lots of options. I also like that I can put a charm on it, and this is a Louis Vuitton charm, but I've recently showed you a whole assortment of Nextfashion charms that you can deck out your bags with, just like this one. And this one is actually, I'm going to show it to you on my Boulogne bag here in just a second, but it is a combination of 2 different metal colors of the Candy Box chain by Nextfashion. And if you put something like this on a bag with gold hardware, you make it a bimetal bag and you could wear it with whatever jewelry you wanted, except for maybe rose gold. And I'll get into rose gold here in just a minute. I've got some workarounds for that color too. These are some of the reasons why this bag makes the top 3. It is weatherproof, and I love that about this bag, because if I went from 1 to 3, I would have a luxurious leather bag and I would have a weatherproof bag. On that note, the balloon bag is also a weatherproof bag. It also can do all the strap options like the Speedy 20 can do. I have straps galore for this bag, and unlike the Monogram Speedy where the navy might be a bit tricky to match, a black strap is not nearly as tricky to match to a bag, and so for that reason this bag is even more versatile than the Monogram. I've always thought that having a combination of brown and black goes with virtually everything, just like the Monogram denim color does. And so this bag is slightly more dressy in my opinion than the Monogram bag, because you can just wear it like this on your shoulder, and for that reason this one rounds out the 3, providing the in-between in terms of dressiness between the Caro bag and the Monogram Speedy. These chains will become somewhat of a recurring theme throughout the video, but I did want to show you how elegant that looks whenever it is bedazzling the bag. It not only looks fabulous, but again, it makes it more versatile in terms of color matching your bag to your jewelry. Here's the Louis Vuitton chain. And here is the Nextfashion chain. Which is your favorite? So now I've done the 1 and I've done 3. We're going to expand even more and do the 5. For the first time in my life, I have become an avid lover of the color red. I don't know what it is, but now I find that I'm gravitating towards red more than ever before. I think it may have something to do with my hair color, and as I get older, it sort of brings color back into my face, which makes me look, at least to me, a little bit more youthful to have that red kind of reflecting off me, if that's what it does. I don't know. I'll hold this bag up in just a second and you'll have to let me know. But the Saint Laurent Lulu Puffer in the Opium Red would be the 4th or the 5th, because we're into the top 5, if I could only have 5 bags. And I picked this red bag versus the Louis Vuitton Lock Me bag that I have in red, or the Louis Vuitton Twice or twin set bag that I have in the Empreinte red, because this red is a little bit more toned down, and because of that it makes it just ever so slightly more neutral. This bag's also bigger than both of those bags, so I could wear it to sports events because it's in the red family. It's a little darker than the reds that I usually wear to sports, but it'll do, especially if I'm wearing the blue color family that both of the teams I follow have, except the Chiefs. The Chiefs have like gold. I guess I could wear like a gold color with this if I was rooting for the Chiefs. But on top of that, with it being a more neutral red, it goes with a lot of my clothes and my wardrobe without being like a flaming beacon on my side. To top it off, this bag has a lot of space. Out of the 7 bags I'll show you today, this is definitely the roomiest, which comes in handy if I'm going to high school and junior high sports, because I can pack it to the brim if I want to. And this one definitely holds a Diet Dr. Pepper. And I'm talking the bottle, not the can. We've got some serious Diet Dr. Pepper action that can happen in this bag, at least 2 bottles for sure. The leather on this bag is incredibly luscious. I had to get one smooshy gooshy bag in here in my top 5 because I love the feeling of bags like this, and you all know that because of my collection that I have of Lou and Lulu and the new Mulberry Softies and a plethora of other examples that I'm sure I could rattle off if I just took a gaze around my closet. But this is a perfect solution for the smooshy gooshy feels, for the red for Valentine's Day and Christmas, as well as sport events. and for the extra space. So rounding out the top 5 is another fabulous, squishy, wonderful feeling bag by Saint Laurent, and that would be my newest Saint Laurent in the black calfskin with the quilted leather. This bag doesn't hold as much as the small Lulu puffer, but it holds a lot. I would say this, the Caro and the Boulogne bag are all pretty similar in capacity. This is going to be my classic black and gold bag. And why is it in the top 5 versus the top 3 or the top 1? Well, it's because I don't wear black all the time. And so doing a neutral light gray for the top 1 makes a lot more sense for me and for my wardrobe. But I do wear black when I travel, especially, which is why the Boulogne bag is a great bag to be in the top 3. I forgot to mention that. But the Boulogne bag with that black trim lets me bring black shoes, a black coat, and it just makes it so where I only have to bring one bag on a vacation, and it goes with virtually everything, and I don't have to bring multiple pairs of shoes. It makes it easy to pack lighter. This bag is slightly less versatile than the Boulogne in those regards because it doesn't have the brown as well, but I love it because in certain instances, when I'm wearing black accessories, I don't want to wear a bag with monogram because I might be wearing a pattern, and wearing another pattern like the Louis Vuitton monogram just doesn't look right. And that's why I want to have a black bag with gold hardware in my collection. And the hardware on this is more of a aged gold. And I love that as well because I feel like the aged gold by Saint Laurent, it is easier to mix it with my jewelry than a bright, shiny yellow gold is. I keep on thinking of all these things I'm forgetting to say. The Lulu puffer in the opium red color, I feel like because it's red and it's in the family with rose gold in terms of its colorway, I like this with rose gold jewelry as well. So I think that's all I have to say about my top 5. We've talked about, I guess, my favorite bag, which is the Dior Caro. And we've talked about durable and versatile bags. We've talked about bringing a certain color in, and we've talked about space, and we've talked about a classic black and gold bag and how that can make or break an outfit. The last 2 bags, in no particular order, include my Prada Reedition bag in Cameo Beige, and I'll get to the last one here in a second. But I selected a Prada Reedition, and it was a tough race for this bag against my Gucci Marmont in the small flap style. The Gucci Marmont holds way more than this bag, but this one beat it by a little because it is made out of Saffiano leather, which is more durable. This is also a fabulous vacation bag. So if I wanted to go on vacation and I wanted to bring my Bologna bag, this would lock me into probably black and brown and kind of a darker color palette. This would let me bring in the light. This would let me wear whites and creams and pinks and just light, flowy, fluffy, more tropical kind of stuff. So this is more winter and fall, and this is more spring and summer and tropical holidays. So I like having both options. This is also fabulous if I'm going shopping and I just want something lightweight that's not going to hurt me. This is a great way to go, especially with the guitar strap that it comes with. You can also take it, again, just like the Boulogne bag, from day to night with the chain that it comes with. You can also dress it up, just like the Boulogne bag, with a bicolor chain since the straps are detachable. This bag is the one that I think will go best with rose gold jewelry out of the bunch because it does have a slight pink undertone, and I absolutely love my rose gold jewelry. And for that reason, I would want to have a beige with a pinky undertone in my collection if I could only have 7 bags. And so this one and the Porcelain Rose Gucci Marmont, they were tied for either the 6th or the 7th spot. Last but certainly not least is my quartz colored Busey bag. And this one has silver hardware. It's the only one of the bunch that has silver hardware. This is an aftermarket chain that I picked up off of Etsy, and it is no longer available. I checked, I'm sorry, but I liked it because it had some flower stamps that look a lot like some of the Louis Vuitton flowers without being exactly like them. and it allows me to bring this bag from day to night, much like I can do with the Bologna and the Prada bag. This one also comes with a leather strap. I like to wear it on the shoulder with a leather strap. With or without the chain, I'll either have the chain dangle or I'll just take it off altogether. For the top one, the top three, or the top five, I probably wouldn't do a cream bag as one of those. But since we're into the top 7 and I love my cream bags, I figured this one had to make it. And it was between this and the Georges BB that I have. And because of durability reasons and because I didn't have any bags that had a silver hardware, I picked this bad girl. She's not a bad boy, she's a bad girl. And I wouldn't take this bag on vacation. She's not going to go with me to the ball games. She's going to be around to go to lunch, to go shopping, to just be me on a normal mom day where I'm not out in the elements. I will take her blue cousin to a ball game occasionally, as long as it's in appropriate weather situations. But being cream, she's a little bit more restricted in where she can go and what she can do. And that's why she's in the top 7 versus higher up on the list. So this is a fun topic to do. I want to thank Julie for tagging me. I also want to thank Melissa Adams Wade for the great idea. I would encourage you, if you do have a YouTube channel, to do this video. It's a lot funner than you would think once you start breaking it down. Joshy Michael, you are tagged. You are it. I expect a video from you next week, probably around Sunday time frame. You're not going to get a lot of leeway, maybe 2 weeks tops. I am ready to hear your selections ASAP. I'm tagging anybody else out there who has a channel who would like to do this video. Make sure you tag me. If you found out about this video and did it because of my video, make sure you tag me in your description box so that I can go watch what you have come up with, because I definitely think this is a fun exercise to do. And you might find a new bag that you didn't know that you needed to have. And I always like videos that turn me on to those types of bags. So if you did like this video, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there is the same. It's the @ then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there, or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.